I can smell all of the smoke, all that love and positivity, that shit is a joke. I should dead them all, my heart ski down slopes. When you did piggyback, everybody wanna see you broke, bro. Me and snakes don't lip lock. I don't think the feet look good on me like flip-flops. I know if I spit it, it belongs in this Ziploc. They know I'ma kill them, all they hearing is tick-tock. Your time is up. Where there's fire, you see the smoke, yeah. I know liars, I seen them fold, yeah. I'm so tired from all these souls, it's done been a good year. My tires don't leave the road, yeah. Are they serious?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oscar Galindo. I'm back with another episode of The Official Visit. This week today I am here with, one of Blair's finest, an up-and-coming linebacker / athlete. He can get it done on both sides of the ball. It's senior Ben Holcomb. How's it going, Ben?
Good. How's it going?
Good, man. Good, dude. Just, getting some work in, like always. So first thing we're going to start off with is our pregame questions. Kind of, get you talking a little bit, get to know you a little bit. The first one I got for you is, do you have any pregame routines or like little rituals or superstitions you have to do before the game, maybe by yourself or as a team?
Not necessarily, but I do. Every single game, I'll go to the goal line and I'll say a quick prayer for everyone on the field, plus myself. But other than that, that's about all I got.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of just clear your mind up a little bit. Get in good headspace before the game. Yeah, definitely. I like that. And the next one I got here for you is are you a big music guy before a game? And if you are, what is it? What's that pump up song or that go to artist that you like to play?
Yeah. So actually, it's funny you say that because when I'm on the bus on the way somewhere, I listen to some really sad music.
Okay.
I'm like and then as soon as I get there, then I'll turn on either some rock or like just any sort of something that's just going to get me mad. So
yeah, dang, dude, you just going through a whole roller coaster of emotions, huh?
Yeah.
Some sad stuff going on, man. What are you listening to that gets you sad, man? Some like Marvin's Room or something?
Yeah, some jazz music maybe, some
there you
Bruno
go.
Mars, a little bit. Yep.
Get you just sad. Yeah, there you go. Start reading some old DMs or something. I don't know. And then next one I got for you is, who is your favorite player at your position? And this could be collegiate or NFL level.
I think I'd say Reuben Foster.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Reuben Foster. Yeah.
Yeah, with the neck roll at Bama and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. He was a dog, man. I like that one.
Yeah, he's sweet.
I wish he would have had a little bit more. He had like some legal troubles and injuries and stuff in the league, but he's one that I thought he was gonna have a pretty solid career. But no, dude, he just was it Leonard Fournette when he like knocked him out, like clocked him? Yeah. Okay. What about his game kind of gravitates or kind of draws you towards him?
I just love the way that he hits, and he's just always running around, and you'll just always see him in the mix if you watch his highlights. Like he's just always, he's always in the play, which just it's a good, like, I guess, role model to look up to. So
just a thumper, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, when it's time to like switch off of football mode, and I'm talking, not just actual football, but like training and stuff like that. What are some things you like to do to kind of get, take some stress off, get your mind off of it, maybe hit a reset? You have any hobbies, anything like that you like to do?
I love to go out and sit in a tree stand and hunt. That's probably my main thing that I like to do. I love to go out and hunt. Either that or I like to go out to my dad's house, which is in Aurora kind of. And he lives on a little farm, so I go out there and help him a little bit, and it helps me a lot. So
yeah, Yeah, definitely, man. That even just sitting there, huh? I bet it's just kind of pretty
Yeah, just,
peaceful. Yeah.
like taking a nap.
Yeah, I mean, might
It's
not
all
even see
good.
nothing for hours, man. But hey,
Yeah,
take a quick nap, maybe listen to some good music or something. Yeah, dude, for sure.
yeah.
And then last warm up question I got for you here. If I head out to Blair, catch a game or whatever it may be, what's a good spot, low key spot to get a bite to eat out there?
Um, I'd say I'd go to El Vallarta. It's a little
El
Mexican
Bayard.
restaurant, and it's super super good.
Okay. Well, what's the plate, the go to plate there?
I always get chicken on the beach with
Okay.
extra rice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crucial, man. The rice is
that's it.
crucial, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That if you go to a spot and the rice is mid, dude, it just I don't know, it just don't sit right with me, man.
kills it.
Yeah, for real. All right, Overyarda, man. Shout out Overyarda. I have to give him a shot. I'll have to check him out maybe if I'm ever out there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's kind of just the pregame questions. Like I said, kind of just get you going, get you, talking a little bit. Next thing I got here for you, kind of switching gears. Did want to recap a little bit about your junior year. I know we're about to start up, year 4 for you here in a couple weeks, but maybe taking a look back at last year, kind of seeing what were your takeaways from the team, what you kind of learned about you guys, and then maybe a little bit about what you learned about yourself and where you saw yourself grow as the season went on.
Yeah. So our team, we were really good at coming out on defense and like just stuffing kids. Like it was great. Like we'd fly so hard, and then throughout the game we kind of started playing a lot more man coverage. So we had a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of just guys that you know linebackers covering receivers and stuff, and I think we did a really good at that. So yeah, that's basically all I got for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say, we did the write up on you yesterday or whatever, and I was watching the tape, and yeah, I did notice that you're out, not, when you see a linebacker in coverage, you might see him drop back from like his traditional spot, or maybe lined up on a tight end, but like you'd be lined up on like a slot receiver, like
Yeah.
inside receiver, or whatever it may be, kind of like that hybrid role. How
hmm
did you kind of accept that challenge, or like how did you kind of yeah take that challenge on?
So my sophomore year actually. So I played inside my let's see, that was my freshman year, and then there was a spot open at that. It's called a rover is what it's called,
Okay.
and there was a spot open. So I'm like, you know what, I want to get on the field, so I'm going to go out there, and see what I can do. So since then, I just kind of transitioned into making myself like a better like man to man coverage type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just working on my fundamentals so I could get that spot, and I did get that spot. So
Yeah. And what were some things that you were doing to, kind of sharpen those skills up a little bit, those man-to-man skills?
I actually watched a couple podcasts with or podcasts or something on YouTube with these DBs that were in the NFL, and I kind of listened to what they said. It's like a film breakdown type of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
That helped me out, and I figured that you got to watch their hips, and which I never knew before, so that helped me out tremendously.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure probably, repping up with like Deshaun and Brady and all those guys. I'm pretty sure that probably helps a little bit, right?
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, man. Talk to me about those battles. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that probably gets a little
Yeah.
heated up in practice a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, so it's actually funny you say that because like probably at the end of July or June, Jay was convinced that he was just so much faster than me.
Yeah.
So took it out to the field. We ran a 40, so I beat Jay, and then
Yeah.
he's like he wanted to do a baseball start because he just swore he's faster than me. Start. So we
Yeah.
did the baseball start, and I still beat him. And then Brady obviously was probably still faster than me, so I didn't go after Brady.
Yeah. You kind of knew
Yeah,
where you fell in there. Yeah, hey
yeah,
man, that's smart, bro. That's smart. Oh man, that's funny, dude. Hey, that's awesome to hear, kind of that friendly competition, man.
yeah.
Uh So then, kind of taking that into the off season, I'm sure you probably continued, working on those, but what other things were you, involved during this off season? I know you do track and other sports
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but what other football work and yeah, I guess kind of what have you been doing with your off season so far?
So obviously I'm in the weight room almost 4 to 5 times a week, going super hard. That's pretty much the fundamentals of everything. You got to be strong to do, to play football.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would, we have this place in BT, it's called BTC, and
Okay.
it has like a little cage in there where you can roll up the cage and you can do some drills in there. So I did a little ladder in there every once in a while,
Yeah.
on top of my basketball practice, and then obviously track practice, so yeah, I focus a lot on flexibility, a lot on lifting hard. Those are pretty much the fundamentals of what you need to become, a good football player. So
Yeah. Would you say those are kind of some of the biggest points where you grew this summer, or like, kind of now that you've been in practice a little bit, have you noticed maybe some changes in your game and your flexibility and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. So this year we've had like a bunch of players, just like seniors, that step up and just be like a more leader role. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's where the part of my game has changed the most. Is because I'm trying to have more of a leadership role, which makes me work so much harder. So that way people will follow.
Yeah.
So I'd say
Nice.
that's my biggest growth, and that just makes me work 10 times as hard too. So
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that's an interesting, you know, way to put that. People I've asked, it's like, oh, my route running or my, whatever it may be. But yeah, definitely in your leadership
yeah,
skills, because yeah, I'm sure probably, seeing, you want to set that example for the young kids, and then, you guys have a ton of really good young guys. So it's like I'm sure they see you and a great group of seniors that you guys have, and it pushes them. So, um, yeah, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that here when we kind of talk a little bit more about this upcoming season. But yeah, and part of the off season, part of your off season, I'm sure, is consisted of some camps and getting out to schools and talking to coaches. Kind of switching over to that aspect. How has your summer been in regards to recruitment and kind of getting your name out there and getting some exposure?
Well, I got my first offer probably a month ago to Hastings,
Hmm.
and then since then I just been attending a bunch of camps. Not necessarily focusing on the offer part of it like most people do, but I genuinely went there just to learn like different stuff from different coaches. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like for instance, I my pass rushing has gotten a lot better because almost at every one of the camps we've worked pass rushing. So
Okay.
just stuff like that just adds more tools to your toolbox.
Yeah. And that's a great piece of advice actually, and that's something I think people need to, especially you're a senior, so it's like at or at your stage, it is kind of more towards like talking to coaches, trying to get that offer, but I think the young guys especially hitting up camps and just trying to get some work in, learning all that kind of stuff, practicing with some freshmen lining up against you. I'm sure probably he's gonna be like, yeah, I learned something repping up against him. So, yeah, that's awesome. So, what are you talked about the Hastings offer? What was that like? And talk to me about kind of what was going through your head when you got that first offer.
um I mean, so Coach Suttles just called me, and he's been talking me throughout quite a while.
Hmm.
And he just called me and wanted to get to know me more. And then he obviously told me, after probably like 30 minutes of talking and all that, it was great. Basically offered me, and then just his hospitality towards me was great, and I love that. And obviously I was super amped to get my first one, but it was a good experience for sure.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, man. And especially from a coach like Coach Suttles, man. He's someone I've kind of just doing what I do. Kind of you see what coaches are out there, and he's one that I notice is a great recruiter and a great just person to kind of know. So what other schools have kind of maybe started talking to you, or what kind of other schools have been in the fold for you so far?
Well, I've had quite a few text me and that we're still in contact with, like Sioux Falls, UNK, uh, like SMSU, Augustana, Shadron a little bit, and then talked to South Dakota a little bit, along with I used to talk to South Dakota State a little bit too. So
Yeah, yeah. So then, that's a pretty wide range of schools. A good list of schools too. What are some of the things you're kind of looking for in a school? Once you commit, or if someone asks you what do you want out of this institution, what would you say would be your top three-ish things?
I would love to have just like a great player to coach connection.
Okay.
Honestly, that's like the biggest number one thing for me. I just want to, be able to go somewhere where I know that the coaches care about me and, all that stuff. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And then I guess on the flip side, if a coach was talking to you and they're asking you why do we need Ben Holcomb on our team? What separates you from other players, and why should we offer you, basically?
I feel that my like versatility on defense is like something that I think that I could be used for, because obviously I play man to man on slot receiver sometimes, as well as this year I've gotten a lot better at playing inside, which is now what I'm doing. Um, and yeah, so I can cover and then I can stuff holes. So that's mainly what I think that I'm good at. So
Hey man, that sounds like a linebacker for sure, man. There you go.
yeah,
Yeah, that's good, man. I like that. And yeah, kind of that gives me a good transition. You start talking a little bit about your role this year and playing a little bit of inside. You guys started your first week of practice this week. You guys got the first game here in 2 weeks from today. It's crazy.
yep.
Talk to me about what that first week of practice has been like. Kind of just some of maybe some notes. Obviously you don't want to give away too many secrets. Don't want to give the enemy too much insight. But yeah, kind of a little bit of a first week roundup, I guess.
Well, we have been conditioning super, super hard. The coaches have been working us unlike we've ever been worked before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our whole squad, like our D line's eating up blocks really good. Our
Okay.
secondary's flying around. We got linebackers that are downhill, ready to go, hit someone hard. So, yeah, all in all, as a team, we've just been mixing perfectly. And even on offense, like our O line is super, super good. We got a good back. Got some receivers with hands. Like we pretty
Mm-hmm.
much got all the tools we need. We just got to put it down.
Yeah. Definitely. And yeah, looking at the roster, you guys have a great roster. You guys got great seniors. Lots of young players that got, experience last season, and then you guys got a lot of very good, hungry young, in that 2026 class, that 2025 class. I don't know much about the freshmen, but just a great roster. And you're coming off a great season. I didn't write down your guys' record exactly, but I know you guys had a great season. You made playoffs, beat some great teams. What is it going to take to get over that hump? Take that next step to make sure you guys are battling deep into November, and battling for a spot out in Memorial.
So for us, what we're obviously going to need to do is we're going to need to finish this year because last year we lost some close games, which we probably shouldn't have lost, but it's happens in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
which we've all been kind of game planning on how we're going to finish, and that's ultimately why we're conditioning so hard, is because we're hungry to finish games, we're hungry to win.
Yeah. Definitely. In Class B, man, it's gonna be a battle this year, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
So then, what is obviously it's a team game. You need everybody from the top to the bottom to be contributing. But what do the Blair Bears need from Ben specifically, or what do you feel you need to be just on top of this season?
I feel that for what they need from me personally is that leadership role that I take. Like I need to put it down, and I need others to follow me. Like if I'm working hard, I need like someone else will work hard too. And then like offense, like we just need good perimeter blocking, which we're using more of our receivers in a more blocking role this year. So we just need that finish and fight out of me. So
yeah, definitely, man. So then, and from there, what are some football goals you have? Obviously the main one is to be the team hoisting that trophy at the end of the season. But even just to get there, what are some goals you'd like to set for yourself or maybe as a team to kind of reach all along the way as you get there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me personally, I just want to work on one, being a better leader for my team, and number two, I would like to have a certain amount of tackles, which I'm not sure what that is yet, but I'm sure sometime I'll come up with that. And us as a team, obviously the goal is to go deep into November, but honestly, I just want to we just need to kind of like feed into each other and like have each other's backs, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that for me.
100%, man. One of the last things I do here, is I turn the table over to you guys. I've started calling this, handing out, your game balls, your life game balls, just to those people that have kind of helped you along the way, parents, coaches, teammates, whoever it may be that's kind of, helped you along the way, put you, just kind of lifted you up and made sure you've gotten as far as you have to so far. Just because we don't always get to do so in our everyday lives. So this is a good opportunity to do that, man.
For number one, it's my mom. She gets me to all these camps. She gets me, she's helped me out so much that I just gotta give thanks to her, because without her, none of this would ever happen.
Yeah.
My brother, he obviously made me fall in love with the game, because I went and watched his, at UNK, and it made me just it just flipped the switch that I just wanted to, play college football. My dad, he also helps me out a lot. He helps me, with my mindset, kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of how to push when things aren't really going your way. And then obviously, like all of my teammates, all the people that are on that field mean something to me down in my heart, and every single one of them have made me a better athlete, better person, better friend, better everything. Like I love those guys, and I'd do anything for them. So
yeah, man, there you go, dude. That's that's great to have those teammates that you go to war with, man, and having those those other people, family and coaches, kind of pushing you, keep motivating you. Even when they're not there, I'm sure they probably, in your head, you motivate yourself, thinking about them and whatnot. But yeah, man, that's awesome to hear. And like I said, just good opportunity to take a chance to do that. So, so then the last question, send off question, a little bit of a weird one, but I've seen this on the internet a couple times, and I figured I'm interviewing a Blair Bear, so I'd ask you. But who would you rather fight, a bear or a gorilla?
All right, yeah, that's funny you said that, because our whole team had that debate. All right, now I'm saying I would rather fight a grizzly bear, because my dad likes to listen to these podcasts of these crazy incidents like that, and people get pet chimpanzees, pet gorillas, all that, and them just turn crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like them things are huge, they're fast. Like you don't really know what they could do in a fight, because nobody's really seen them get after it.
Yeah.
So definitely a grizzly bear.
Yeah. See, I'm torn on that. I think I would have to gauge how mad this gorilla is, man, because I feel
that's what I would.
Because if he's just mad, like red, like seeing red already, yeah, I'm dead, man. Like I'm dead for sure. He's gonna rip me apart. But if he's like, if you like put us in a ring and he's not really into it as much, I feel like I could talk like, you know, I got seen Planet of the Apes. You know, I feel like you could kind of talk your way out of, you know, I don't know, man. Because I think of a bear and I think of the claws. And I'm thinking he's slashing me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Revenant. Oh, have you ever seen that?
I have not.
With Leo, and he gets like he gets slashed up by this bear. He gets in this bear attack. And he just gets slashed up, man. I'm like, nah, dude, that sounds horrible, dude. I don't know. I think. Yeah, I would say I'm with you. If the gorilla is just ready to just dominate, yeah, I'd rather fight a bear. But otherwise, I don't know. Might try to talk my way out of it. But yeah, man, that's funny. What was the team consensus on that?
Most people said grizzly bear, but because of their claws. But the smart ones said, you know, gorilla. So
yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, yeah, I think I'm cooked either way, but it is what it is. All right, man. Well, yeah, glad we got to answer that one for sure.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I think that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate you taking time to do this. You know, on a Friday afternoon, after a long week of practice, I'm sure you probably rather take a nap or something. So, I appreciate you. I'm probably gonna get working on this.
I seen liars that testified under oath. I hear rappers not living out what they wrote. My peers ought to be studying, taking notes. How you hate me to the core when I keep your ass afloat. I put pressure on their pencils.